Oh boy, what a great evening it's been, you know. Thank you, Lonnie. Thank you, twins. Thank you, Ambassador, Shabazz, all these wonderful old friends. It's great to meet some new ones. I was sitting around, I do a little praying and meditating from time to time. I hope you don't mind. But I got a message about how grateful and how blessed my life has been. I started at the age of 17, 1953. Do the math. And so I've been touched with so many lights in my life. The first light was Dr. Ralph Bunche. He was in the United Nations. Then Walter White, who started the NAACP, and of course the people that took care of me, and Ticket Giants. It was the first thing I did when I was 17. It was Frederick O'Neill, the first African-American president of Actors Equity, and all these wonderful people. Backstage with Lena Horne and Paul Robeson would come and give me their experience. So the mentors, the lights used to come to my life at a young age. And then later on, there was, of course, there was Dr. King, and there was Malcolm X. You know who that was? And all these wonderful people touched my lives, all the way to Nelson Mandela. I learned all kinds of lessons. I hung out with Muhammad Ali and met different places in the world. We became quite close. Back to Toronto and Arizona and New York and places, we'd tell jokes, and he used to tickle my son. My son didn't know that was Muhammad Ali tickling him. But we were quite close, and he always wanted me to tell a story that I told him that he likes, and I will share this story with you. I was raised by Miss Bertha Ray. I had a mother and father, but they had to work, like the film The Help. There were maids and butlers, porters, and chauffeurs. They had 2 or 3 jobs a day. So we were raised by my great-grandmother, Miss Bertha Ray. So she came from the Exodus from the South in Georgia all the way up to New York, and everybody else had to work. So sometimes she had to raise sometimes 10 or 15 of me and my cousins. And we'd sit down and we'd sleep head to foot, head to foot. So I got next to the cousin with the bad, dirty feet. But she cooked, and she cleaned, and the Bible started after slaves were freed in Georgia, and her birth was not recorded in the Bible. So the Bible had births and Christians and weddings and all stuff, and hers was not in the Bible. So when she passed away, according to some crude arithmetic, she had to be about 115 years old. So that was Grandma Bertha Ray, who is the mother of the First Baptist Church of Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn. And so her 2 friends, the 2 deaconesses one morning, this is the story that Muhammad wanted me to tell you. I told so many places. One winter morning, her and her 2 friends, 2 deaconesses from the church, were sitting there talking about, one of them said, "You know what? I think I'm getting a little senile, because I went to get something out of the refrigerator and stood there for 10 minutes trying to remember what I wanted to get out of the refrigerator." And the second one says, "I know what you mean, because I stood in the closet for 25 minutes trying to remember why I was standing in the closet." My great-grandmother said, "You all should be ashamed of yourselves, talking about how old and senile you get, because I'm 10 years older than both of you. And thank God." Who is it? Somebody answer the door. And Grandma Ray, you know. She couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't count. But she must have saved my life 2 or 3 times. And she had the thing, if you're old enough to remember, she had some railroad mill snuff in her mouth. And she'd go to me, yeah, listen to me. God was here before you got here.
Yes.
Let me hear why you're here. And let me hear long after you're gone. Calm on down and let him run things.
Yeah.
Ooh, when I remembered that everything was good, and when I forgot everything was bad. So my lessons today We have children who have not gotten those lessons anymore. We got a little busy. So they take matters into their own hands. It's like a child on a high chair in the kitchen and mama's on the phone too long for what's going on the floor. Some of these kids are very much alike that, a little more sophisticated. They're shooting guns now saying, pay attention to me, tell me to stop. So far, the lessons of these kids have been successful. So, I will continue on my last quadrant, it could be for quite a few years, as long as I can, to teach any child of any age, of any color, that God is here before you got here, he'll be here while you're here, and he'll be here long after you're gone.
Yeah.
And we're like 5 fingers on your hands here in the United States. We cannot survive without one another anymore.
Yeah.
So, by gentle suggestion, I advise you to teach your children, or bring them to us at the center, to teach them respect for the opposite sex,
Come on.
respect for the elders and the knowledge of their culture,
Yeah.
their dress code, their behavior, their spirituality,
Yeah.
just like Mr. Muhammad Ali,
Come on.
who taught me to pass it on and keep his light bright, like he did during that Olympic session. Keep that in your minds. Our children are desperate for your lessons. I can't tell you that, but they're desperate
Yes,
for your
sir.
lessons. And when you tell them, they do hesitate and stop and listen. We know how to tell them. We have to reassume that responsibility to get all these children together and show them a better world, so that when they get to be elders and presidents and stuff, that stuff that they're talking about is not there. If we're doing anything else, we all may as well be in this 747 airplane at 30,000 feet, and it's about to crash, and people inside the plane find out who's going to be in first class. So, from my heart to God's ears, I hope you get the message. That is a bright light, Mr. Muhammad Ali. I thank him for his presence and the gift he gave me. And let's all carry it on and keep his light bright. Thank you.